Good morning, everybody. This is Calvin, your favorite Simplero CEO. Here with the state of the Simplero, March 2019. It's March 19, and I wanted to do a video for you guys, and I had some thoughts and minds, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's time for a state of the Simplero. I want to do these monthly, so to keep everybody up to date on what's going on, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and every other place. And it turns out today is exactly 1 month since I made the first one, just like pure coincidence. It's like when you decide to wake up at 7 and you're like literally wake up at 7 without the alarm. I haven't used an alarm in how many years? 10 years, at least something. I don't use an alarm to wake up unless I have to catch a plane at like 4 a.m. or something crazy like that. Works great. Like I'll let my body wake up when it's time to wake up. Highly recommend it. And if that means that you have to go to bed earlier, go to bed earlier. These days I go to bed at like 9:30 or something, which is nuts, like compared to how I used to be. Anyway, that wasn't the topic. Let me show off our new mugs here. So it says Simplero. Let me put it on this side. Maybe the lights will be better. Simplero. I'm drinking tea, as you can see. And it says, love your business again. Now, why does it say love your business again? It says love your business again because that's probably the number one feedback that we get from people when they switch to Simplero. In fact, we just got one beautiful person back. I'm not going to mention her name right now because I haven't gotten her permission, but I love her dearly. If you know who you are, just know that I love you so much. I need to ask you if we can use your words. Anyway, she was with us for a while, and then she wanted to try some other things and like get some more features and more shiny objects and all that stuff. Suffered for like a year, 2 years, cost her a lot of money and time and frustration. Now she's back and she's so happy. And it makes my day. It makes me so happy to be able to provide that tool that lets you love your business again, right? That's what it's about. If we're not loving what we're doing, why the fuck are we doing it? Why the fuck are we doing it if we're not loving it? Sure, there can be moments that are a little tough, but overall, day after day, we have to wake up and look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, yes, I love my business. I'm excited to get to work. I get to do this, right? If not, you gotta freaking fix it. Anyway, so the state of the Simplero. The past month has seen a dramatic change in our marketing strategy going forward, which is actually kind of not that dramatic. It's just that we've been a little confused for a while. But let me start by talking about some other things. I spent quite a bit of time meeting customers, and I love it. So jump on calls with people and just see how I can serve you and address your needs. And a lot of it has led to like little features that I could just implement right away and just roll out and be like, here you go, right? Lots of little things that just like really smart, really insightful, little polish, the little details that make all the difference. Let me see if I can remember a couple of examples. One was this is the most recent ones, which is why they come to mind. But the notes that you make on your contacts. If you're running a coaching business where you have multiple people. Multiple coaches working for you, you don't want everybody to be able to see everybody else's notes. So now you can just mark them private, and that means only you can see them. Easy, super easy fix to do. Boom, done. Same person wanted to do a thing where you can, when people turn off, when you have a subscription, you have a membership, and they turn off auto renew, you want to try to like win them back, right? And so you want to trigger it so that you can start an automation that says, hey, are you really sure they want to do this? Like maybe here's everything that you're going to miss out on if you cancel your membership, right? So between the time that they click that button and say, no, I don't want it to renew when it expires, and it actually expiring, you have a chance to actually win them back. So a trigger now can start an automation. And then to top it off, an issue that we've had is if you do an automation that kind of counts down to some date, and it's 10 days, but someone joins it only 5 days before, what used to happen is that you would get all of the first, say, 5 emails, boom, right like that. And now it's not deployed yet. I'll deploy it in an hour or so. You can choose to say, no, actually skip this step if we've exceeded the wait. So you basically essentially go straight to like 5 days before and send that email or whatever it needs to do. Little things like that, required fields and some opt-in forms and like other things. I forget what they all are, but I love doing it. It's like one of my favorite things when I can do something that helps this person right now, or maybe it's marketing or input on some other thing in their business. Really awesome. It's a privilege for me to get to meet as many of you guys as I can and do this for you. And because we have an organization that really works, it frees up some of my time to not just meet, but also just really quickly implement these things. Another example is on a page. We haven't deployed that yet, but it's almost done. That you can take sections on a page or a landing page and say, actually only show this section if the contact has this tag, or only show it if they don't have this tag, so that you can customize what's on the page to the people visiting it. Anyway, super exciting stuff. Next up, we've hired a head of support. His name is Damon, and he's going to lead the support team. So the support team obviously has been growing. And we like to organize ourselves so that there are these different areas that each have their own CEO, someone who thinks of their business unit, of that unit as a CEO. Concierge has a CEO, and her name is Beth. And a lot of you guys have met her. She's awesome. We love her so much here, and our customers love her so much, which is even more important. Excuse me. And she's really, thinking of this concierge business as a CEO. We don't treat it. Oh my God. We don't treat concierge as a profit center in itself. We don't need to make money on it because concierge makes you more successful, and it makes you easier for us to support. And so it makes everybody happier all around. So we don't need to make a profit on it. We just have to make it work. But obviously we want to make it grow because we know it does amazing things for our customers. So in the same vein, we have now a CEO for support. So we're not going to charge for support. We are toying around with the idea of maybe someday offering like a super premium support that would cost extra, and we might do that, but that's not the intention here. That's not part of the plans here. The plan is just to like streamline a little bit. We want to offer like the best freaking support that you've ever experienced with any product or service anywhere. Really, really, competent, efficient, effective, caring, kind, maybe also stern if that's what's needed, but really a partnership with you. And we want to do it in a way that's efficient. We want to make sure that we have structures in place and like always give correct answers the first time and solve the problem quickly. And we want to have that feedback loop between support and you guys and back to product and development, so that we always make the product better and solve challenges and issues that you face, and just like marketing intelligence, what's going on with our customer base. Those are things that you want to know. So that would also be Damon's job, to make sure that cycles back to us. Come up with solutions. He has a technical background, so he can come up with solutions for how to maybe like solve some of these tricky issues, whether it's like how it's designed or a mental model or UI issue or copy issue or whatever it is. And then finally guides, like what kind of guides do we need, where, et cetera, et cetera. So having this one person who owns that area and thinks like a CEO about like what is required here, that's Damon's job. He started literally yesterday. Very excited to start working with him more. What else? Yes. So the big thing for us in 2019 as a company is marketing. So last month, shortly after my last State of the Simplero video, we went to Traffic and Conversion Conference in San Diego, which is probably the biggest like online marketing conference there is. Almost 6,000 people, tons and tons of speakers, and all the hoopla that you'd expect. It was great. It was a fantastic experience. I got to meet Richard Branson, which is obviously a bucket list thing, but also massively expansive for me and for the company. Just meeting this guy, even though the meeting itself was like meh, was meh, or meh. Maybe I should stick with this guy, Simplero. The meeting itself was kind of like meh. It basically transformed everything that we do around here. So we've been like dabbling with different things in terms of marketing. I've been trying like paid advertising several times over the years. I'm gonna take this off again. Like Google ads and Facebook ads mainly. And I'm sure those things can work. I'm sure they can work, but it's just never felt right. And it's never really worked for us. And so around the new year, we got together and we were like, look, guys, is this who we are? No, it's not who we are. It's really not. Let's do who we are. And who we are is about connecting with people, being of service, like really meeting people one-on-one and really getting to know you and figuring out how we can be the most of service to you. That's what we're about. We're about every single person coming into contact with a company being a better person because of it. And not just with their online business, but in every possible way. It's a deep passion of mine. I don't do this company to make money or anything else. I do it to become a better person and to help other people become better persons. I've spent at least 15 years pretty hardcore, like dedicated to my own personal growth and learning everything I can about how humans function, especially how I function, but about other people as well, right? Because we're all, essentially the same. We have the same makeup. Spent at least like $200,000 on teachers and workshops and seminars and all these things to work on that. And that's my deep passion, is like making better people, making you a better person. If I may, humbly, I don't have, like, you have to let that happen. You have to be interested in it. You have to want it. But that's my goal, is to be of service to you in your growth, in your becoming the better version of you that you want to become. And maybe even to inspire you to become a better version of you than you even knew was possible, and in ways that you weren't thinking about. Because like usually we're like this, right? And we're just going moving that way. And it turns out it's this thing out here that you really need in order to grow. And maybe I can be the one to inspire you to realize that and see that. And now all of a sudden, like where you were in this grind and you're trying more and more and more of the thing that didn't work, all of a sudden this like, the world opens up and there's possibility and there's hope and there's delight, and you're loving your business again, loving your life again in a way that you couldn't even imagine because you were stuck in that, right? So that's my dream. That's my hope. And basically, that whole experience going to that conference opened all of that up for me. So the focus for us in 2019 in terms of marketing is, positioning me as an authority, as a personal brand, not because it's about me, not to make it about me, not for my ego and like, look how fancy I am, like whatever. No, none of that stuff. But because that's your business. If you're a customer of Simplero's, your business is to establish yourself as an authority, as someone that people want to listen to because you are being of service, because you are helping people, right? It's a privilege to get to serve people, to earn people's trust. And that's what you're here to do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on Simplero. And so we need to do that ourselves so that we can be, real in that and teach you how to do that as we go along. So it's really about really connecting with people and really, really being of service. I mean, that's the game here. Like no gimmicks, no ads. Like ads is what you do when your story isn't resonating, right? When you don't have that power of the story. So this is all very nascent, like for us figuring out that message. And then it's going to come out in terms of speaking, writing, podcasts, maybe a book, like all of these things. You're going to see me more visible, more public out in the world, because we know that what we have something very, very special on this team, like really incredible special. And most people don't see that because it's kind of inside the walls. But the way that this company transforms people's lives into something better is really special. The way that we strive to really see people not as who they are, but as who they could be, who they could become, in a way that doesn't serve us, the company, but serves them as a person, like who you truly want to be. And maybe that future is with us. Maybe that future isn't with us. I don't care. I really don't give a hoot whether it is. I want what's true for you. The same goes with our customers. I don't care if your future is not with us as a customer, Simplero. I want what's true for you, and I want to support you in that. That's what we're here to do. That's all that this is about. And so that's going to be our focus in 2019, is to do exactly that around me, not just around me. There people on the team that would be perfect candidates for their own audience, and we'll do that. And like I said, we'll be doing everything that we can to share what we're doing and what we're learning, so that you can do the same in your business, because that's exactly your business, right? So right now it's like kind of coming down to just clarifying the message and honing. And like I said, it's early stages for this farce, but that's the goal for 2019. That's the theme. That's the theme. And again, it's not about me. It's not about us. It's about how we can model this for you, and how we can grow this community, so we can have an even bigger impact. And so we can make the whole thing, we can invest even more in the product, in the community, in you, so that we all thrive together, right? That's the goal. That's the point. It's not about making us rich. It's about making all of us rich. It's about making all of us, our lives, rich, not just in money, because money, whatever, we need it, it's fine. But that's not what's interesting, right? I just finished reading this book called Fables of Fortune. It's fantastic. You should read it. Just about the super rich and the misery that a lot of people are experiencing. Like, if you're super, super rich, it's hard to have real friends, because you can't trust anybody's intentions, right? People get blinded by that money. It's really hard to have relationships. It's very, very easy to distract yourself from your suffering and pain, and just drink more alcohol, or sleep with more prostitutes, or whatever the hell it is that you need to, that you happen to do to numb out your pain. So money really, and I've seen my fair share of let's just say medium rich, or pretty darn rich, or even billionaire rich, that are just not happy and healthy, right? So screw that. Don't even think about that. We need a certain level. And if you're not making money, let's fix that, because you need to absolutely freaking be killing it when it comes to making money. But that's not the focus. Anyway, I completely got sucked down this train of thought. It's just such a passion of mine, because we're so confused about money in this society, right? We make it into this thing, this authority, all this stuff, bullshit. We need it to get by, to pay the rent, to get food, all that stuff. Are you deserving of it? Absolutely, you're deserving of it. It's your birthright. Yes, you have it. And I'm here to help you get to that point if you're not there. But if you think that another 100,000 or whatever is going to make, it's not what it's about. We're about making real transformation in humans' lives, real lives. Ingrid says, yay. Christina says, I'm in. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. Speaking of ultra wealthy, I will be meeting Richard Branson again. If you haven't watched the video that I did a few weeks ago after meeting Richard Branson, it was an hour long. Go watch it. I think it was pretty awesome. I'll be meeting him again next month on Necker Island for a week. That should be fun. Super interesting. And not for the way, I'm not oh my God, Richard. Like I said, the magic for me of meeting this guy was to just completely demystify the whole thing. Completely demystify it, right? There's nothing magic special about Richard. I'm sure he's a great guy. I really don't know him. I'm sure he's an awesome dude. And I wouldn't mind getting to know him better, but there's no mystery there. There's no magic there. He's just a person. He's just a human being. That was super valuable for me. Let me see. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is just like this thing for me about kind of being on stage, like speaking, building that audience around myself is something that I've known that I wanted to do for a decade at least. And there's a really important lesson in that. And I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready till now. I wasn't ready a decade ago. I wasn't ready 5 years ago. I wasn't ready 3 years ago. I wasn't ready a year ago. I wasn't even freaking ready a month ago, right? All of the experiences that I've had leading up to this point is what I needed to have in order to get to this point. I wasn't ready. And if you're not ready, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. You will be ready when you're ready, and you'll know it. You'll know it. You'll know it when you're trying to force it, and you'll know it when you're ready. Like the experience that I had at Traffic and Conversion was like every single thing that I needed in order to do this journey just popped up. Just like I met the people and it all just connected. There is the people, the guy who can help me with speaking, the guy who can help me with writing a book, the guy who can help me with a website, the guy who can hook me up with meeting Richard Branson, the guy who can help me or who I can connect with around, being fed up with like the online marketing work and all the world and all the fake and surface and bullshit that's in that world, and connect with something deeper. There's the Todd Herman, the alter ego guy who wrote this book about alter ego, who teaches you amazing. Check it out. I have it here. Shameless plug. I don't get anything for this. Todd Herman, the alter ego effect, but he teaches you how to bring out that version of you that's, the extraordinary version, the version that we want to see and believe in, that we need to show up like without like leaving all of your insecurities and all that shit behind and just showing up as the hero, right? So all of these things just freaking came together, and it was really exciting and really amazing. And everything that's happened since is just like confirmed. Yes, this is the path. This is the path. We're doing it. We're doing it. And that's the thing. Like, you're ready, right? When you're ready, you're ready. And when you're not ready, just be humble. And every single day, and I always talk about this, every single day, you just show up and do the best possible work that you can do with what's right in front of you, right? What's your purpose? I believe in a purpose that's like, I have this thing that came to me, which is I want to be a special advisor to the President of the United States on conscious nation building, not around the world, at home, on consciously building the nation that we know that we can be. That's why I have an American flag in the background. I love this country, and I want to do everything I can to make it better. That's my kind of big, lofty purpose. I'm not married to it. I'm not committed to it. It's a guiding star for me. And if it never happens, I'll be just as happy, but it inspires me. And so it propels me forward, and it drives me, which is really exciting. But the other part of my purpose is just be right here with you, right now, right this moment. Just do the best work that you possibly can with what's right in front of you, and trust that everything's going to work out fine. Everything's going to work out fine. That's going to shape you into the better version of you right now. And you do that every single moment. And like one day you look up and you're like, oh my God, what did I make here? What did I create? This is freaking amazing. How did this happen? I have no idea, but it did. That's how that works. That's how I look at my life now. I'm like, oh my God, I was just like this insecure boy that like felt like everybody else had it figured out, and who the fuck am I? And I'm so confused, and I'm dumb, and I'm also like too fat and too sloppy and too all these things, and I'm just like gonna go to work on all that. And then I look around and I'm like, oh my God, where did everybody go? Like, why are they suffering? Like all these things that I figured out. I'm like, whoa, I didn't do it to impress anybody. I just did it to figure out my shit, right? That's how that works. We got some amazing comments. Let me see here. Elizabeth says, Simplero is great. You gave everything we need, including the best attitudes and values in life. Oh my, thank you so much. And she gives us like rose and heart and namaste and all that. Christina says, our best lives should come easily. Thank you, Christina. Amy says, Nicole, I guess she's mentioning someone that she wants to watch this. Christina says, that's what I love about Simplero. Thank you so much. That's what I love about being here with you guys, really. I'm so grateful. So, yes, I think that sums it up. I don't know that I have anything else to add. just sheer gratitude, honestly, every day that we get to do this, right? That we get to do this, that we get to be exactly what we're supposed to do in this moment. Like, what more could we possibly ask for? What more could we possibly ask for? And, if that's right now you working with and serving just one person who's really grateful for what you do and doesn't really have the money to pay for it, that's awesome. That's exact right place to start. And let's just build on that. Wherever it is, if you're making millions and millions, but you're aware of this pain inside and you know that you drink too much and your health is failing you and you're acting out on your addictive behavior and all that, that's awesome. Let's love that right there. And let's figure out what the next step is for you, right? Let's love and just be grateful that we're alive, that we're here. And honestly, the rest will take care of itself. It really will. Just be there, be that person, and you'll have an amazing life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the community and for allowing us to do what we love to do and show up every day and do this. I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you. I love you. I really truly do. Thank you.